Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. In today's picker card reading, we will find out what is your plan versus God's plan. So you can see an image on your screen right now. You've got three options to choose from. Feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hello group 1, if you guys chose the first image, in this reading we'll find out what is the difference between your plan for your life versus God's plan for you. So we'll basically cover three things in this reading. First, we'll take a look at what it is that you are trying to manifest in your life right now. Then secondly, we'll see what is it that the universe is orchestrating for you behind the scenes. And the third thing we'll take a look at is how you can align your free will with divine timing. So let's get into it. First, we'll try to see what it is that you are trying to manifest in your life. So for that, we have flying and we have gentle gardener. All right. I feel most of you who've chosen this pile today, firstly, I'm hearing financial freedom. All right. So one of the first things, of course, that you want to manifest in your life is financial freedom, the ability to spend as much money as you like without it burning a hole in your pockets. You know, the purchasing power where you have basically more than enough money to splurge, to spend on necessities, to invest, to save, whatever it is that you want. Some of you, of course, might be aiming for a jet-setting lifestyle. You might want the sort of booked and busy energy. And then there are also a few of you over here with gentle gardener who want to manifest a slow life. But the kind of slow life that comes not because of the lack of opportunities or lack of work per se, but the kind of slow life that you get to enjoy as a luxury because you don't have any hustle to do. You don't have to worry about money. That aspect is being taken care of. So I feel financial freedom plus a slow, relaxed life that you can take at your own pace. I feel most of you, that is the kind of life that you're trying to, that is the plan that you have for yourself. That is the kind of life that you are trying to manifest for yourself. Also, with gentle gardener being present over here, a lot of you might be the primary breadwinners in your family, or you might have children, or you might have people who are dependent on you in general. So with flying and gentle gardener, you're also trying to manifest a lifestyle or a life where not only do you have enough to look after them, whoever these dependents of yours are, but you're also left with enough to look after your own needs, take care of your own needs, your own wants. For instance, let's say if you're the primary breadwinner of your family, you want to have enough money wherein once all the family expenditures are taken care of, everyone's been provided for, you are still left with more than enough where you can maybe treat yourself to some trip or treat yourself to a good mani-pedi session, whatever it might be, something like that. Okay, let's now take a look at your tarot cards also to get more details on this. Spirit, what is it that group 1 is trying to manifest in their life? We have the Page of Cups and we have the Page of Pentacles, and this over here says to do, and at the bottom of the deck we have Two of Swords. So at the moment, I definitely feel like the trouble lies in the fact that whatever money it is that you make or whatever kind of life you're living right now, most of it goes into deciding what's more important, where do my priorities lie. And with Page of Cups over here and the Page of Pentacles, you see how happy this guy looks over here, and this one too for that matter. And this happiness comes from the fact that I can do anything that I want and there still won't be any shortage. This carefree attitude, if I want to read, I can read. If I want to sip and paint, I can do that. Work is also steady, of course. So you're trying to manifest this lifestyle where you don't really have to worry about your list of expenses or these to-do lists anymore. The to-do lists, which right now contain a lot of your responsibilities, a lot of your tasks, gets replaced with this to-do list, which in fact, let me simplify. You want a life where your to-do list gets replaced with a bucket list. And it does not leave you feeling guilty. It does not leave you feeling financially burdened or drained either. You're happy. People who are dependent on you are also happy. Everybody's needs are being met and you're still thriving. That is the kind of life that you are trying to manifest. Now, let's see what is it that the universe is orchestrating for you behind the scenes, group 1. So for that, we have material harvest. Let me just shift these over here a little bit. Okay, so we have material harvest, we have fertility, which is the energy of the Empress, and this is the 9 of Pentacles. So for the most part, I feel like the universe is pretty much working in, I mean, it always works in your favor, but it seems to be pleasantly in alignment with you. You want financial freedom, the universe is orchestrating precisely that for you behind the scenes. The energy of the 9 of Pentacles is not only the energy of somebody who is financially abundant, but more so it signifies financial freedom. You make your own money and you have the power to spend it as you please, and there's always a surplus. You can do whatever it is that you want with it. The energy of the Empress over here just confirms for me that there are people who are dependent on you, your children, your parents, maybe you're the primary breadwinner in your family, like I said, things like that. And it's not like, see, firstly, the universe really appreciates whatever it is that you're doing for these people, the people that you care about, your kids or whoever else. It seems to be working behind the scenes to give you more money, more power to be able to continue doing those things, while at the same time taking care of yourself too, because the Empress, the energy of the divine feminine, she is gorgeous, she is amazing. There's nothing that she doesn't have. There's nothing that she can't do for herself. Right now, like I said, the problem lies in the fact that after you're done doing things for everybody else, you're left with precious little for your own self. So the universe is actually working behind the scenes to take care of you as well, because right now you take care of everybody else. Nobody takes care of you as such. I mean, I'm not saying there aren't people who care about you, but you're the one who's taking care of everybody else. The universe is working behind the scenes to make sure that you are provided for as well, that you have enough, more than enough actually, where you feel taken care of as well. Okay, let's find out more. Spirit, what is the universe orchestrating behind the scenes for group 1? We have the 2 of Pentacles. What is the universe orchestrating behind the scenes for group 1? We have the Page of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Strength. Yes, the power to live your life the way you want. You're sitting in your personal power, confident, successful. You don't have to necessarily run from pillar to post for arranging funds. You don't have to run after banks to give you loans, things like that. It's not needed. This is a very self-sufficient energy over here. With the 2 of Pentacles, I do feel like the universe is orchestrating a second stream of income for you guys. Since we have both 9 of Pentacles as well as the Empress, for a lot of you, this can be your own business alongside a job. Now, for those of you who are already doing this, if you already have a business of your own alongside a job, then you can definitely expect things to pick up pace in both the departments, your job as well as your business. Because the 2 of Pentacles, when seen alongside the 9 of Pentacles and then the Empress, these are 2 very steady streams of income and 2 very rich and abundant streams of income. So it's not like you're getting peanuts from here and then peanuts from there. It's a lot from both the places. And I feel the reason why we had the Strength card at the bottom of the deck for you is because, of course, balancing 2 things can get difficult, right? Especially when both the things are doing so well. Your business is also booming. You're required at your workplace also. like I said, striking that work-life balance can be difficult. And I feel that is why the universe is also orchestrating this inner strength for you behind the scenes. These days, maybe you've noticed that you're not as afraid to take on challenges as you were. You don't get as overwhelmed by work as you used to before. And it's all happening because the universe is working in your favor behind your back. There is something about, and I just love this energy for you so much, Group 1. You do so much for everybody else, and I can see how dedicatedly the universe is working towards doing something for you. And I'll tell you why. With the energy of the Page of Wands over here, I feel like you are somebody who had to grow up very quickly. You did not really spend too much time as a child. Maybe your financial situation at your home or just your circumstances could have been such where you, if not necessarily you had to grow up overnight, that maturity just came in you very early. You became mature very early. You transitioned from a child to an adult very quickly, even if not biologically, but you know what I mean, right? All of those responsibilities and everything just got piled onto you very quickly. And it seems as if you didn't really get to spend too much time with your inner child. You didn't really get to enjoy your childhood as you might have seen other friends of yours or other people your age doing. Now, with the energy of the Page of Wands over here, since everything else is being taken care of, money being your primary source of stress, since that is being taken care of behind the scenes, once that has happened, with the Page of Wands being present over here, not only will you have enough money, but you'll also have enough time to reconnect with your inner child. And I'm not surprised, we have so many pages for you over here. We've got the Page of Cups, Pentacles, and Wands, right? So maybe hobbies or activities, things you wanted to do as a child, but you couldn't because there wasn't enough time or because of a shortage of resources. You will get an opportunity to do all those things now. You will get an opportunity to relive the kind of childhood you wanted to now. You must have heard people these days talking a lot about connecting with your inner child, feeding your inner child, staying in touch with your inner child. And you might have just brushed off all of those readings saying, who has the time? Who has the resources? Well, now you will have the time and you will have the resources to be able to do anything and everything that you want. All right, now finally, let's see how can you align your free will with divine timing. I just saw 12-12. So we have a divine presence, which says the force of love and creation. We have beneath the surface, which says hidden truths, something unknown. For this, just let me pull out your cards together. Spirit, how can Group 1 align their free will with divine timing? We have the Nine of Pentacles. How can Group 1 align their free will with divine timing? We have the Ace of Wands, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups. The first thing you need to do to align yourself with divine timing is to believe that some such force, some such power exists, all right? And that it is definitely looking after you. And it is definitely working behind the scenes. And see, this is so interesting. Over here also, with this depiction of the tip of the iceberg and the rest of it being beneath the surface, maybe you have already started seeing signs and synchronicities related to this positive shift that's about to occur in your life. You just don't know the magnitude of it just yet. All right, maybe you think that, oh, these feel like sporadic blessings. Today, it's very good. Today, I'm so booked and busy. Tomorrow or day after, I'm again worrying about money. Money still feels tight. You don't know the magnitude of all the blessings that are about to show up. You don't know the magnitude of the greatness that the universe has planned for you. And of course, like I said, the first step has to be for you to believe that this is happening for you. Not this will happen for you, it is happening for you. The universe is already on it. The second thing that you need to do is understand why some things have happened in your life. Going forward, I'm honestly not seeing any shitty energy for you, thankfully. But anything that happened before today, which necessarily did not make sense to you, situations ending, jobs not working out, you have to understand that this was all happening according to the divine plan for you, which is always for your highest good. If you had continued in those jobs, things could have perhaps gotten very toxic. Maybe you wouldn't have gotten any increment. If you had continued in those relationships, maybe those relationships could have gotten very toxic. Maybe sooner rather than later, that person would have left you. Could have been anything, right? So just because it's not making sense to you right now does not mean that it won't ever make sense to you. Someday it will. Someday when you see God's plan working out for you, or the universe's plan working out for you, just as it's meant to, it will all make sense to you. For now, in addition to this, with the energy of the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, you have to start acting like it's already here. And for this group, this message is very, very clear. See, the Nine of Pentacles talks about you beginning to look after yourself as well. And it's so interesting. Speaking of alignment, we had the Nine of Pentacles for you earlier, and now we have it for you again. Even if you can spare just $5, use those $5 only for yourself, for your needs. It can literally be anything. Whether you want to buy something for yourself from $5, whether it's some food item, whether it's a piece of jewelry, it can even be your favorite flavor of gum, it can be anything. Just the act of you spending some money that you make on yourself without any guilt is one of the ways in which you need to start acting like you're special and align yourself with divine timing. And with the Ace of Wands, start getting excited again. Maybe right now, if not necessarily a Debbie Downer energy, maybe right now you're not that excited for your future either. And of course, one of the reasons behind it might be because you're not necessarily seeing very big changes just yet, and you feel like you'll have to carry on with this energy of responsibilities and bills and all these things forever and ever. But that is not the case. Good things are coming for you, Group 1. You know that by now. Which is why with the energy of the Ace of Wands and Divine Presence, if you can tap into your hope, if you can tap into your faith, you already have tons of resilience, you will start noticing all these shifts sooner rather than later. They're inevitable. They will happen. They are already happening. And they will, of course, unfold even more greatly in divine timing. But for now, these are certain things that you can do. Okay, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, Group 1. If you would like to book a spell with me or a personal reading, you can contact me on Instagram, email, or my WhatsApp. For exclusive readings by me, you can check out my Patreon. And for more readings by me, you can check out my Instagram. All of those things are linked in the description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello Group 2, if you guys chose the second image, in this reading we're taking a look at your plan versus God's plan for you. So there are 3 things we'll cover in this reading. First, we'll take a look at what it is that you are trying to manifest in your life. Then we'll find out what it is that the universe or God is orchestrating for you behind the scenes. And third, how can you align your free will with divine timing. So let's get into it. First, we'll see what it is that you are trying to manifest. So for that, we have Wizard of Awareness, and we have Metamorphosis. Let's take a look at your tarot cards now itself. Spirit, what is Group 2 trying to manifest in their life? We have the Magician. What is Group 2 trying to manifest in their life? We have the Four of Swords, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. Okay, so Group 2, one of the first messages that I can see over here is that you're trying to manifest a life for yourself where your past does not have a hold on you anymore. It's almost as if you're actively working towards not just a life, not just a lifestyle, but also this state of mind where your past has no control over you. No more battling with those memories, no more people living rent-free in your head, no more getting into situations where the same patterns get repeated with just different faces. You don't want any of that anymore. Also, with the presence of Wizard of Awareness and the Magician, I don't think there's any one specific thing as such that you're working towards. This was, of course, one of those things that I channeled. But I feel with Metamorphosis and Magician, whatever your reality is right now, whatever it is that you are dealing with right now, the kind of life you have, your lifestyle, you want a complete 180 change from that. It's like you want to break the glass ceiling. You don't want to be living life like this anymore. And which is why there's not just any one aspect to it. And of course, with Metamorphosis, like I said, you're not only aiming for external change, you're aiming for internal change as well. With Wizard of Awareness, you're hoping that you can become a better judge of character, you can become a better judge of people, of situations, of opportunities, that you can finally attain this really peaceful, almost Zen-like state of mind, where who's doing what, who's saying what, you're able to rise above all of those trivial things. And of course, with the energy of the Magician over here and Metamorphosis, things in general become like very, very different, almost as if today you're living in, let's say, a 1-bedroom apartment, and then tomorrow you're living in this nice bungalow in some posh neighborhood. So you're really hoping for a drastic change over here. And when I see those 3 concentric circles behind the Wizard of Awareness over here, it's like a part of you knows that what you want is not impossible. But I also feel like the reason why you're manifesting this is because you haven't quite cracked it yet. Like, you know what it is that you want. You know there are all of these things that you want. You're very clear on that. But how exactly am I supposed to go about it? What can I do to get myself in that bungalow? What it is that I can do to get myself a ticket to that posh neighborhood? Maybe that path, that road is not as clear to you as you'd like. And so you seem to have let out this dream, this whisper into the universe. Look, this is what I want, and can you take care of it for me? Somewhere with Wizard of Awareness over here and the 4 of Swords, again for this group, I'm getting this message very specifically. It's like the more you try to move on from your past, something or the other keeps you stuck to it. Something or the other keeps you reminding of those people, of those situations, of those places. And I think that is also one of the reasons why you are seeking the universe's help, so that you can successfully be able to detach yourself from all of that. Okay, now let's see what it is that the universe is orchestrating for you behind the scenes. So we have recognition and reward, and we have spiritual union, and let's see what else do we have for you, group 2. Spirit, what is the universe orchestrating for group 2 behind the scenes? Guys, we have the 8 of Cups over here. What is the universe orchestrating for group 2 behind the scenes? We have the Knight of Swords, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Devil. Yes, I was so right. There are a lot of things which still have a grasp on you, which you would like to be done with. Things, people, places, situations, memories you would like for to fuck off forever and ever. And well, that's happening. So what exactly is it the universe is orchestrating for you? Well, firstly, and especially if you are single, spiritual union over here is highly, highly, highly signifying that whoever your divine counterpart is, the universe is working behind the scenes to get that person in your life and for you to have your happily ever after with that person. And of course, in order for this union to take place, you would have to completely be able to move on from anybody, anything, any energy, any memory that's holding you back still. And so, yes, the universe is helping you to release all of that. And again, for this group, I don't think it's any one person or any one memory or any one situation. It seems to be a lot that you're carrying on your plate. A lot of things that plague your mind. A lot of things which give you this like sinking feeling almost. And so the universe with the Knight of Swords over here is working towards, I would say, a general betterment of your energy. Once all these things stop having any effect on you, you'll start to feel lighter, you'll start to feel happier, you'll start to feel more positive, you'll start to feel more enthusiastic about what's to come ahead. And of course, one of those things that's going to happen with you up ahead is meeting the person that's actually meant for you. In addition to, of course, so far the universe is definitely totally aligned with you. And here also, actually, for that matter, with recognition and reward, and especially because with the energy of the magician, I told you, it seems like you guys are working towards this total 180. Like you want to break the class ceiling, you want to enter those neighborhoods, there are tables you want a seat at. So that's going to happen. Especially if so far in your life, you've always been made to feel like the underdog, you've always been made to feel like, people basically don't have too many expectations from you. All that is about to change. I don't exactly know what this is. It seems to be an aligned action from your end. And of course, since the universe is working behind the scenes for this to take place at the right time, this will happen. It's like you get discovered, at the right time, by the right people, in the right place. You get spotted, you get discovered, your content goes viral, whatever it is. And it's like all of that correctly timed attention fast forwards you or just catapults you into this new reality of yours, where you now have everything that it is that you wanted. So for instance, thanks to this attention that you're getting, thanks to this spotlight, thanks to this recognition that you're getting, thanks to these big duty paid collaborations that you're getting, whatever it might be, you now have the ability to buy that bungalow, going back to our previous example. And somewhere with recognition and reward and spiritual union, it is also possible that whoever this divine counterpart of yours is might also be one of the people who get drawn towards you at a time when you're enjoying all of this attention, at a time when you have all these eyes on you. And so maybe that's how they reach out to you. I'm hearing that you will never have to look back. And for someone like you who's trying so hard to move on from their past, I'm sure this comes as a massive relief to your ears. You will never have to look back. I specifically heard that for you, you guys. Okay, now let's see, how can you align your free will with divine timings? We have prophets and ancient seers, which says decisions, predictive guidance. We have teacher, which says learning a new path. Okay, let's see what else. Spirit, what can group 2 do to align their free will with divine timing? We have death. What can group 2 do to align their free will with divine timing? We have the 7 of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Swords. So one of the things, of course, that you can do, which I know is easier said than done. So you can, of course, take baby steps towards it. Or if you want to take the help of a therapist, you can, of course, go ahead and do that too. But learning how to control your anxiety and not automatically jumping to the worst case scenarios with regards to your future is something that you need to work on. I'll end up alone, I'll never find anybody, I'll always, I have to spend my life in this one room set, whatever it is. So with death being present over here, you need to stop repeating those negative things to yourself in your head or maybe out loud over and over and over again. That has to end. The other thing you need to do is start trusting the intuitive nudges that you receive. For a lot of you, maybe you have these clear abilities, you can feel things, you can see things, you can sense things. So then learn how to trust that as well. If you are seeing some prophetic dream, write it in your dream journal. See what message it is trying to give you. Is your intuition saying something to you? Well, then listen to it. And follow that lead which is coming from within, follow it. Secondly, with the energy of teacher being present over here, and especially since we did have the Knight of Swords for you earlier as well, if there is something new that you have been meaning to explore, but with the Four of Swords, you don't as such take any action towards it, then that has to happen. Oh, I think it was for this group that I said in the beginning that you guys know what it is that you want, but you don't exactly know how to get there. Yeah, I think it was this group. So now with the energy of learning and a new path, you'll have to educate yourself about it. So for instance, let's say that you want to become a great photographer. All right. So of course, for that, you will have to first learn all the basics of photography, how to take a good photo, exposure, lighting, contrast, noise reduction, whatever else it is that I remember from my editing apps. All these things, you'll have to learn about all of that. You can, of course, choose to either self-study or you can choose to find a mentor for yourself. But somewhere with this learning and death, this new thing that you do, this new adventure that you embark on, I feel might be linked to this recognition that you are getting and this new life that you want for yourself. Of course, there are two things over here, learning and a new path. So for a lot of you, for most of you, I feel like this is something new that you have been meaning to try, so you should. And then of course, for some of you, it can be elevating yourself further in the same field, educating yourself about more things that are related to your field. That is also one message. And lastly, with the energy of the Seven of Swords being present over here, don't overshare what it is that you're working on. I feel over here for this group that, especially we have all these energies in the cards, you guys might be quite susceptible to the evil eye. And so for this group specifically, it'll be better if you share good news once everything has been successfully and substantially been completed. Like once you have the keys in your hand, then tell people you bought a house, like that. All right, I think that'll help. And with the energy of the Death card over here, yeah, don't keep on repeating old stories to yourself. So for instance, each time somebody asks you out, don't automatically assume that, oh, this romance is doomed from the very beginning. It always happens with me. It will continue to happen with me. Don't feed yourself these narratives from your past. Alright, group 2. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. If you would like to book a spell work with me, including evil eye removal or cleansing, any personal reading, you can contact me on my WhatsApp, email or Instagram. For exclusive readings by me, you can check out my Patreon. And for more tarot readings by me, you can follow me on Instagram. All of those things are linked in the description. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello group 3, if you guys chose the third image, in this reading we're taking a look at your plan versus God's plan or the universe's plan. So we will take a look at 3 things in this reading. First, we'll find out what it is that you are trying to manifest in your life. Second, what it is that the universe is orchestrating for you behind the scenes. And third, how can you align your free will with divine timing. So let's get into it. We will start your reading by taking a look what it is that you are trying to manifest in your life right now. So we have sad embrace that says, well, it just says sad embrace and the number is 45. And we have movement. Okay, let's pull out your cards as well, group 3. Spirit, what is group 3 trying to manifest in their life? Queen of Swords. What is group 3 trying to manifest in their life? The Empress, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Queen of Cups. All right, interesting. Give me, well, okay, I was asking for a few seconds and that's up. Okay, so group 3, here's the thing. I don't think you're actively manifesting anything right now because you seem to have given up on it altogether. And the reason why you seem to have given up on it is because with sad embrace, you did not get what it is that you wanted. Now, of course, it can be different things for different people. You did not get who you wanted. You did not get what you wanted. You did not get the job that you wanted. And couple that with the energy of movement over here, I don't think you guys have witnessed a stable life either ever or in a really long time. You've constantly had to move houses, you've constantly had to switch jobs, you've constantly had to look for different sources of income, whatever it might be. Basically the kind of secure life that you'd always wanted, so far you don't have it. And because you did not get what it is that you wanted yet, you seem to have, life seems to have hardened you. Not even a little bit, a lot, because at the bottom of the deck we had the Queen of Cups. So otherwise you are a very emotional person, you're very empathetic, you're very emotional, you're very sensitive, you cry at the drop of a hat, but you don't let that side out. It's like a coconut. The exterior is very hard. So at the exterior, with the energy of the Queen of Swords, you're very cutthroat, you keep it short. You do not necessarily entertain a lot of people beyond small talk. You have learned how to switch off your emotions, it seems, when you're dealing with the outside world, because it seems to have been cruel to you. The fact that we have the Empress after the Queen of Swords, and of course here we can be vulnerable, so you will admit this, somewhere deep within your heart of hearts, that hope still lingers that you can be, you can have all the money in the world that you need, you can have somebody to love you, somebody to treat you like this amazing person that you are, somebody who can see your worth. You don't have to compromise, you don't have to settle down anymore. It's like you deserve all the good stuff, but because you don't see yourself getting all of that good stuff, it upsets you. And it upsets you so much that you're like, what, fuck it. There is no God, there is no universe. What is the point of manifesting? I did this ritual and I did that, and I did the moon thing and I did the bay leaf thing, and nothing happens. So what is the point of it all? And so there is this sadness and bitterness that is seeping in. What's interesting is that you're never bitter towards anybody else, because at your core, you still are that Queen of Cups, you still are that emotional, loving, caring, sensitive person. But you've just lost touch with that side now. Like I said, you've learned how to turn off that side of yours now, because you feel that your environment, your reality requires you to always be on a lookout for yourself. It requires you to always hustle, to, never rest. It's like you've accepted that you have to struggle. No matter how much you want to relax, no matter how much you want to get off the treadmill, that's just not possible for you. And it makes you sad. And you wonder, when I look at the hot air balloon over here, you wonder when the escape might come. But now I feel like it has changed to, will that escape ever come or not? And so yeah, I don't think you're necessarily actively manifesting anything right now. You've given up on that idea a long time back. Okay, now let's see what is the universe orchestrating for you behind the scenes, group 3. So we have material and spiritual prosperity. We have fulfillment of wishes. Let's take a look at your tarot cards too. Spirit, what is the universe orchestrating behind the scenes for group 3? 6 of Cups. What is the universe orchestrating behind the scenes for group 3? Judgment. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Cups. Okay. We have the 8 of Pentacles. All right. So here's the thing. When you see the Judgment card over here, you can see the sun almost smiling towards the rat. It's like the rat is just bathing in all of that nice sunshine. Yes, so I do feel like the dog days are over, group 3, and that is what the universe is working towards for you. This could have felt like an endless night, but you will have your dawn. That is what the universe is working towards. So firstly, with the energy of material and spiritual prosperity over here, the financial situation is about to get better. All right. And how? This isn't just, okay, now I finally have enough. No, you will have more than enough. And that is the direction in which the universe is taking you. Now, because the results aren't here yet, because this is what's being orchestrated behind the scenes, you might feel like it's impossible. And I'm beginning to feel a little numb, and I think that's you. That's your defense mechanism, group 3. You've learned how to numb your feelings. You've learned how to numb your emotions. You don't want to get your hopes up. You don't want to get excited only for it to, disappoint you. I get that. I get where you're coming from, and I can sense that. I can pick that up from you. But you have to believe, because with fulfillment of wishes over here, whatever it is that you want is happening now. In fact, we have the 6 of Cups over here right underneath the Queen of Swords. So if the people you dealt with in the past, all those past connections, those relationships, if you had to harden up because of those, if somehow they took a toll on your ability to believe in love, to fall in love, all of that is about to shift too. Because the universe is working on a union. And in fact, over here with the 6 of Cups and Judgment, I would say that this is a past life lover that is being sent to you, sent your way in this life. You'll be able to recognize them, they'll be able to recognize you. It's almost as if you were always being kept for this person, your past life lover, like you were always being taken out of those connections that didn't work out in the past, and you were being moved towards this connection from your past life. It's a past life lover who's coming back. I don't think it's anybody whom you've dealt with in this life. And when I look at this treasure chest over here with fulfillment of wishes, I feel like you've buried all of that. You don't really speak about your dreams with anybody. You don't really like getting your hopes up like I've picked up about you. But all of those big and small dreams that you've buried inside you, they're about to start happening. And that shift can feel very surreal, but that is exactly what the universe is working on. Whether it is emotional satisfaction, whether it is financial satisfaction. And when I look at the 6 of Cups over here, the dolphin on a rocking chair and with this picture frame over here, kind of reminds me of a grandma who has grown old in a house and now she's surrounded by all these pictures of her family members. So when I see that in conjunction with the movement card over here, all of this constant hustling and this shift that keeps happening in your life, today you're here, tomorrow you're somewhere else, there is no house that you can call your home, that seems to be shifting too. Now here's the thing, with the energy of Judgment, maybe not for all of you, but at least for a few of you, I am getting this very specific message that this could have had something to do with your past life karma. Like, so far you had to endure all this for the scales to get even, which has happened now, which is why henceforth you will witness the good things. That karma has been cleared. Additionally, with the energy of Judgment over here and with the sun shining warmly on the rat, despite everything that you went through yourself, with the Queen of Swords and the Empress, just because somebody broke your heart, you did not go and break another person's heart. You get it? Like how you must have heard that broken people break other people, or hurt people hurt people. I think, yeah, that's what that is. Hurt people hurt people. In your case, though, it's the second line, that hurt people heal people too. That's what applies to you. Somebody hurt you, but you did not take that out on another person. You never did that. And maybe you're not aware of it, maybe you never consciously realized it, but you have been amassing a lot of good karma for yourself. And all of these things collectively, the past life karma clearing out and the good karma that you're generating, all of that together is now going to give you the results that you want. And of course, the universe is on it as well. So whether it is money, whether it is love, whether it is that kind of stability that you've been secretly wanting in your life but never admitting out loud, that seems to be coming towards you. Now let's see, how can you align your free will with divine timing group 3? So we have letting go of urgency, which says surrender, freedom from time constraints. And interestingly, the calendar over here says November, and we are in November. Then we have prosperity, which says abundance, success. And let's find out some more. Spirit, how can group 3 align their free will with divine timing? We have the lovers. How can group 3 align their free will with divine timing? We have the moon. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Pentacles. Please clarify the moon. 3 of Wands. Okay, so one of the first things that you can do to align yourself with the divine timing is make yourself familiar with the concept. The universe does not function according to your watch. All right, so for instance, let's say that if you want something today, but if the universe thinks that the results will be better if you get it tomorrow, no matter what you do, you will not get it today. All right, so that's one of the first things. Secondly, with the energy of the lovers being present over here, especially the fact that it's coming from the Queen of Swords, it seems like while yes, you are in the sad energy and you don't have a lot of what it is that you want, it doesn't mean you don't have anything. Yes, maybe you're not living in a very big house and maybe you don't have way too much money right now, but you do seem to be surrounded by people who genuinely care about you. And if that's not applicable to you, then it's definitely something else, because Spirit is highlighting that there still are things in your life right now that you can be grateful for. And so you need to shift your attention from this, when will it happen, to, oh, I'm so glad I already have these people or these things, no matter how big or small. There seems to be this requirement, group 3, within you of having to shift your mindset from that of lack to that of gratitude. Instead of getting sad about, I don't have this, I did not get this, that didn't work out, what did work out for you? What do you have already? So for instance, maybe you don't have a very big house, all right, but you have a family who absolutely adores you, or you have a best friend who's ready to take a bullet for you, and a lot of people don't have that. So like whatever it might be for your case, try to take out a few seconds to think about the things that you already have which you can be grateful for. I think that's going to help you. That's going to kind of really help you align yourself with this road that's going to lead you to the things that you want, the things that the universe is ready to give you. And lastly, with the moon being clarified by the 3 of Wands over here, don't think too much about your future, which is, yes, in a lot of ways connected with this letting go of urgency thing as well. You don't always need to have it all figured out. You don't always need to have it all under control. You don't need to have, the whole road out in front of you. Even if you can see the next few steps, that's all right. That's okay. That's enough. Don't wonder about all the ways in which something can go wrong. Don't immediately jump to the worst case scenarios. And more importantly, I just got this message for you, group 3, hot and fresh. With the 3 of Wands and the moon, do not draw parallels between yourself, your life, and somebody else's. I know it is easier said than done, because literally, since we're living in this age of social media, we see influencers, we see so many people with public accounts sharing their lives and what they have, and it can make you feel like, oh, she has this and I don't. But that's exactly the kind of thing you need to save yourself from. If you want to go for a digital detox, do that. If you want to unfollow certain accounts, do that. If you want to mute some people's stories, do that. Do what suits you. But do not start comparing your life to somebody else's, because no matter what your life feels like right now, it's not going to stay like this always. It is about to get better, and you have to start believing it. Alright, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, group 3. If you would like to book a spell or a personal reading with me, you can contact me on my email, Instagram or WhatsApp, which are all given in the description. If you would like to check out exclusive readings by me, you can check that out on my Patreon. And for more tarot readings by me, you can follow me on Instagram. All of those are also given in the description box. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new over here. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.